Okay, this is Clemon Walker, and I'm back with you again. As you know, the last story about, I talked about the abuse, but there were some good points about the abuse. Her friends and my relatives knew how my mother was, but they never told me anything bad about her. They would always want to take me around, take me away from that, show me and my sister and my brother a good time, teach us different things, because I was one that always liked it to learn. I didn't mind. I would always try to do something to make a little money, cut grass, pull groceries. And people seeing the good in us, at least in me, and I can remember quite a few people uh, that were her friends, Mary and Eddie King. They really took us up under their wings, and on the weekend they would tell my mother, "I'm taking the children with me, with us," and they would keep us on. They stayed right across the hall, and they would take us everywhere. We were children because your mother only knew if you would have did something wrong. That just gave her a reason to want to beat you. And we were so happy to get away from her. Now, bless she was happy to have us away. So, and I learned so much from different people. They would always constantly let us bake and, do different things that children like to do, and never, and I appreciate never telling us anything bad about my mother, and I couldn't understand that. They were her friends, but they never said anything bad. And me and my sister, we lived a love-hate relationship with my mother. We loved my mother. We wanted her to love us, but she showed hatred, and we went to church, and a lot of times we couldn't understand. I'm born and raised as a Catholic. We went to Mass. She would go to Mass first and come back, and it seemed like nothing had changed with her. She went to church with that, I don't want to say what this seemed to be, with that H in her, and then when she came back, she still, and I was looking for the change because she would always coach us to go. And the priests and the nuns, they just loved us. Here, 3 children coming, I'm the oldest, coming to church, walking down, because we stayed about 4 or 5 blocks away from the church. Church was called St. Cecilia's, not St. Cecilia's anymore. Another church, and yet we couldn't understand why it's not changing my mother in her ways and her thinking. Found out later on she had been through some things. But still, when you have that problem, it's a time in life to draw the line. Where we came from her, she didn't come from me. We came from her, and we couldn't understand. We came from her, and because of my father not being the man he should have been something that you deal with him, but yet you took it out on us. But God allowed us to go through that. He watched over us. He kept us. And sometimes I didn't think that, hey, I was going to make it. When you were being abused and you didn't even have on clothes, she didn't believe in beating clothes, but God allowed me to go through that. Bleeding, no mercy, and yet I'm still here today. And I thank God every day for just watching over us. and keeping us. And I and as I think about that, I know it couldn't have been nobody but God uh, making a way up until this point in time. And I thank you. Until the next time, I have something else to tell. And have a good day.